Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1328 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for February 6th, 2025. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1328. I'm gonna start with the word board. Alright, all 5 letters are grey, so let's try a completely different word. For example, I can try slime. Let's do that. Got the L and I yellow, so these two letters go somewhere else in this word. Um, it could end with an L. Not sure how likely that is, though. Um, hmm. It could be tulip. Let's try that. Alright, I placed both vowels U and I, and L and P are also other letters which go somewhere else in this word. Now, this makes me think of the word pupil. A repeated P is kind of risky to guess, but I don't really see any other word, so I'm just gonna guess pupil. And that is today's Wordle answer. Alright, got it in 4 tries. So yeah, that was decent. Actually did not use any elimination strategies. I just made my guesses based on the previous clues. And by the time that I placed the vowels U and I, and also got 2 consonants yellow, I could immediately see the Wordle answer pupil, so I got it in 4 tries. This is Wordle number 1328. After I'm done with this, let's move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is February 6th, 2025. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. Okay, I see that these twos point down, forcing the digit 2 into this cell in block 8. These twos force the digit 2 into one of these 2 cells in block 4, and these twos point right. We also have these 3s forcing the digit 3 into one of these 2 cells in block 5. This 3 points down and this 3 points left. So in block 7, the digit 3 is forced into row 8. So these 3s point right. What about the 4s? These 4s point down and this cell sees another 4. This 4 points left and this 4 points up. So in block 2, the digit 4 is forced into row 2. So these 4s point left. Um, 6s. This 6 points up and this 6 points right. So in block 5, the digit 6 is forced into row 4, so these 6s point right. Oh, also, this 6 points left, and we also have this 6. So the digit 6 in block 2 is forced into row 3. So these 6s point left, and we have ourselves a 4-6 pair in block 1. As you can see, in block 1, the digits 4 and 6 are missing. These 4s and 6s force both 4 and 6 into these 2 cells only. So in order to fit both 4 and 6 into block 1, I have to make these 2 cells reserved for 4 and 6. So this 4-6 pair eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells. Not only does it work for block 1, but it also applies to row 1. These 3 cells C4 and 6. So for row 1, these 2 cells also form a 4-6 pair, which makes these 3 cells 1, 5, and 8, because they are eliminated from the 4-6 pair, but they're still missing from row 1, so these have to be the missing digits. Sorry, this should be 1 of 5 instead. So they go like this. Now, this 5 points up, and 5 cannot go into the 4-6 pair. So in block 1, the digit 5 is forced into row 2. Okay. The digit 8 in block 4 is forced into one of these 2 cells, because this cell sees an 8. the digit 9 in block 5 is forced into one of these two cells. Okay, the missing digits of row 9 are 1, 3, 7, and 8. This cell sees 1, 3, and 8, so it can only be a 7. Alright, let's double check. You can do it by this way. This cell cannot contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. This cell sees every other digit apart from 7. So I have to make this a 7, otherwise this cell would end up being empty, and empty cells will break the Sudoku puzzle. So in order to avoid empty cells, I must make this a 7, because 7 is the only possible digit that can go into this cell. Alright, leaving behind a 1, 3, 8 triple in the row. Um, Okay, the digit 7 in block 4 is forced into one of these two cells. So these two cells form a 7-8 pair. As you can see in block 4, the digits 7 and 8 are missing. These 7s and 8s force both 7 and 8 into these two cells only. So in order to fit both 7 and 8 into block 4, I have to make these two cells reserved for 7 and 8. So this 7-8 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells. Now 2 cannot go into the 7-8 pair. So in block 4, the digit 2 is forced into this cell. These 2's point right. Okay, now this cell sees a 4, and 4 cannot go into the 7-8 pair. So in block 4, the digit 4 is forced into row 4. So force here with this 4, force... Oh, and we also have this 4. Okay, so actually, I can place 4 into this cell in block 5. And according to the markings, I can immediately make the cell a 9, the cell a 6, and the cell a 3. Because one of the two possibilities for that digit is removed. So, 9 cannot be here, so it must be here, followed by the 6 and the 3. So that's one major benefit of having markings. So you can follow them around for a more efficient solve. Of course, you can do it slowly, which is first place the 4s here, supported by these 9s, and then supported by these 6s, and at last the 3. So yeah, it's basically the same, but it's just a reminder to make the solve slightly faster. So yeah, leaving behind a 5-8 pair in block 5, and this 5-8 pair does mean that these two cells contain the other missing digits of column 6, which are 1 and 4, but this cell sees a 4, so I can place 4 and 1 this way. 1 cannot go into the 4-6 pair, and because of these ones, the digit 1 in block 1 is forced into one of these two cells. The digit 8 in block 2 is forced into one of these two cells. 5 and 7 are the other missing digits, so let's mark that down. Something's wrong. This cell cannot contain a 6. So the digit 6 in block 2 is forced into this cell. This cell is 5, 7, or 8. Hmm. Okay, this 7-8 pair means that the other three open cells in block 4 contain the other missing digits of block 4, which are 4, 5, and 9. Oh, but this 9 forces 9 into this cell, once again, because 9 cannot go into the 7-8 pair, so it can only go here. And then the missing digits of row 5 are 5 and 9, but this cell sees a 9, so I can place 5 and 9 this way. 5 in this cell is eliminated, so in this 158 triple, After this cell sees both 1 and 5, it must be an 8. And this 4-5 pair here actually eliminates 5 from this cell, because this cell sees both of the cells involved in the 4-5 pair. So I can place 8 and 5 this way. This 8 points back to the left, resolving the 7-8 pair like this. 2 and 3 in these two cells, and these two cells are for 6 and 7, as they are the missing digits of row 6. Okay, these 9s point up, and this cell sees another 9. Okay, in column 2, 4, 5, 6, and 9 are the missing digits. This cell sees 4 and 6, so it can only contain 5 or 9. This cell sees a 5, so it's 4, 6, or 9 only. Okay, in row 3, the missing digits are 3, 5, 7, and 9. This cell sees 5 and 7, so it can only contain either 3 or 9. 3, 5, 7, 9. This cell sees 5, so it's 3, 7, or 9. This cell sees 5 and 9, so it can only contain either 3 or 7. Oh, so 5 in this row can only go into this cell. This cell sees a 5, and these two cells cannot contain 5 because it sees 5 from the 1-5 pair up there. So in row 3, the digit 5 is forced into this cell, because this is the only cell that 5 can go into in the row. So 5 must go here, leaving a 7-8 pair here. Does this do anything? The digit 7 is forced into one of these two cells, which eliminates 7 from these two cells. Another reason is that it sees 7 from the 7-8 pair. So these 4 cells are for 2, 3, 7, and 9, but these two cells cannot contain 7. So they're down to 2, 3, 9. This cell sees 9, so it's 2, 3, and 2, 3, 9 like this. The missing digits of column 9 are 2, 3, 6, and 7. This cell sees a 3, and this cell sees a 2. Hmm. Let's mark down 1, 5, 7, and 8 here. I feel like I'm missing something that's quite important, but unfortunately I haven't spotted that yet. Alright, in column 1, the missing digits are 1, 3, 4, and 5. This cell sees 3 and 5, so it's 1 or 4 only. This cell sees 5, so it's 1, 3, 4. And up here, this cell can also contain a 3. Alright, these 4 cells are for 1, 3, 5, and 9. This cell sees a 5, so it's 1, 3, or 9. And I feel like that's for all the markings. Hmm. Oh, this cell cannot contain a 3. Okay, 2 reasons. Well, they have similar concepts, but, you can spot it. I mean, you can say it in 2 ways. In row 9, this cell sees a 3, so 3 is forced into one of these two cells, which eliminates 3 from this cell. Okay, another way you can prove it is that the digit 3 in block 7 is forced into row 8. So 3's being here means that no other open cells, means that no other open cells in row 8 can contain 3. So 3's eliminated from the cell because it sees 3 from block 7. So the conclusion is that 3 can never go into the cell, otherwise it will break the Sudoku puzzle. You can try substituting the 3 in the cell. What happens to the 3 in block 7, or in row 3, or in row 9? It breaks the Sudoku puzzle. So this cell cannot contain a 3, and now in column 9, after eliminating 3 from this cell, the other open cells also cannot contain 3. So this cell is the only cell available for 3 in the column, so I must make this a 3. Alright, and then these two cells see a 2, and after I place this 3, 2 is then forced into the cell. Alright, 3 being here makes this cell a 3 because eliminates 3 from these cells. It must go here. And then row 3 is completed by placing 7 and 9 this way, makes this a 2. Makes this 3 and 2. Okay, this cell now sees a 3. And for row 9, the missing digits are 1, 3, and 8. It indeed sees 3 and 8, so according to the markings, well, not really according to the markings after I pointed that out, but I can make this a 1 up here, a 5 and 1. This cell is then an 8 and this a 3 to complete row 9. Column 8. 5 and 8 are the missing digits. This cell sees 8. So I can place 5 and 8 this way. These cells are for 4, 6, and 7. Okay, 3 is eliminated from this cell. I can force the digit 3 into this cell in block 7. This cell is 1, 4, 6, or 7, but sees 7. This cell is 1, 4, 6, or 9. What am I missing? Oh, the 5. Alright, so this cell can only be a 7, which makes this 8, 7, 1, 5. The 7 points right, making this cell a 7. 6, 7, 6, 4. And then this 1 points left. With this one, the digit 1 in block 7 is forced into this cell, which makes this 1, 9, 5, 4, 5, 6, 4, and the Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I finished today's New York Times hard Sudoku in about 16 minutes, so I would say this Sudoku puzzle is mostly straightforward. I'll go over the key spots as a quick summary. So I would say towards the beginning, there was the 4-6 pair in block 1, or row 1. This 4-6 pair up here applies to both block 1 and row 1, so this 4-6 pair helped. And then later on, there was the 2, 7, 8 triple, so the 7, 8 pair placing the 2. Yeah, in block 4, there was the 7, 8 pair, which, allowed me to place the 2, and a while after, I could place the 4, 9, 6, and 3 in block 5. And then, towards the end, I feel like it was just, the digit 3 could not go into this cell, so I could place the 3 and 2 in column 9, and I feel like that's about it for the key spots, so I felt like it was mostly straightforward. It might be just the right difficulty for hard Sudokus, but anyway, if you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you. Hopefully this video helped. Alright, today is February 6th, 2025. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1328 and New York Times hard Sudoku for today. See you all next time. Bye!